Don't have title. It's called Last Night. I had a dream last night. We did more than just talk. We held each other tight, stumbling down your block. We stayed out all night, staring at each other's eyes, and we couldn't really speak, making the love we need. But it's just a dream. One night quickly leaves. It's just a dream between you and me. And you talk about your work, and I just always smirk. And you send pictures to me, leaving me hanging, and I'll quietly hang here, even though nothing's clear. And I've known this for years, and I have scars to show those fears, 'cause it's just a dream. One night quickly leaves. It's just a dream between you and me. Yeah, it's just a dream between you and me. Oh, it's a dream. Quickly leaves, it's tearing me apart, it's tearing me apart, it's tearing me apart, it's tearing me apart in this dream.
All right, Matt.
All right,
and
here we
Devin
go.
and Andy.
These sleepless nights, this isn't how it's supposed to be. But you're so good at taking your time to get back to me. And I will wait for you forever. If you would just ask me. And I thought that I could change you, but you changed me. It doesn't feel right holding someone else's hand together my whole life, living at two opposite ends. It scares me to think that you could find takers other than me, and better than me. But your head, it's elsewhere, and I'm talking, let's hear it, Houston, not for said things were improving. These laces are untied, and my feet are walking away. I never thought that you could say these words. Is this really happening? And I never thought that you could say these words. Is this really happening? And I never thought that you could say these words. Is this really happening? And I never thought that you could say these words. Is this really happening? And I never thought that you could say these words. Is this really erase my name from this page. And how can you what is inside me? What have I done? Is this the only way that you know? And that was the person here. All this is all for you. And if you're still pretending this is what's right, until why can't you look at me? The sky, you only see one. And a side your light, side can take away. Walk away from me. This night is done. All right.
It's called Let You In. It's about being intimate after marriage, not in marriage or after being married, but after not being married. I never thought I'd share my bed with another woman for the night. Her skin was so close, I couldn't let her go. That body wrapped around me so tight. And someday I let you and someday I'll fully let someone in. I thought I'd be fine. I thought this body was mine. I thought I could do this one more time. But I'm learning more about soul I always talked about. about, but I don't know my left from my right. And you feel, you think you understand yourself. Someone goes and throws those books off the shelf. I don't know when I got so old I can feel it in my soul. That crushing hold. They say there's no man that can tear you to apart where she ripped out my beating heart. And I can feel you torn at the seams. So blue eyes, come and lay down by my side.
What's going
You're
on,
listening to
guys?
Chesco Music
Ooh, let me
Festival.
mute that for
I
a
hope you
second. There we go. How's everybody doing? What's going on? We've got Juan joining us any moment. Do we have him?
Sure.
Oh,
Oh, snap.
man.
We live?
We live.
Oh, damn. We live. I gotta turn this up so I can hear you. What is up, dude?
What's going on, buddy?
No, not too much, my man. Just, scratching and surviving. Good
Scratching and
times.
surviving. All right.
Yeah, just trying to make it through the... Well, wait, we're here. The weekend's here. I made it.
The weekend is here.
Yeah. Looks like you're in a different location there, bud.
I might be in a little bit of a different location. So for those of you who don't know, I packed my shit up last weekend and drove to Florida.
Well, not like pack your shit and left, like you...
No. like I packed my shit and left, but I didn't move to Florida. I packed the dogs up, brought the dogs with me.
Just put them in a little carrier case and everything.
Yeah, I threw Koi into a little luggage bag.
That's where he deserves to be in.
Just zipped his head up so it's just sticking out, I wish I did 40 minutes into the drive. Actually, he was a turd.
Turd for sure.
But no, I decided. My dad moved back down here about 7. I think it'll be 8 years in September or something like that.
Okay.
So I just figured everything shut down up north. I'm not doing physical meetings with clients. Everything's on Zoom and FaceTime and the digital intranets.
Yeah, man, the new normal of just fucking virtual meetings and stuff, man.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Mark.
Yeah. So I just figured, why not work with a pool being 20 feet away from the sliding door,
Yeah. Oh, dude, I wish you can change that sliding door into an actual slide.
Ooh,
So you just go right into the fucking pool. See, that's the future we need, people. We need houses that all doors are slides eventually.
So
stairs are slides.
I remember
slides.
I remember watching an interview with Daniel Radcliffe, who played Harry Potter.
Oh, Daniel Radcliffe, huh?
Yeah, and who's the guy that played Ron?
Rupert Grint that played Ron Weasley.
Rupert.
Mm-hmm.
So So like in an interview, he had like somebody asked him like, so like have you bought any weird things with all the money you've made from Harry Potter? And like Daniel Radcliffe was like, no, like not really, like I've got a car, I've got a house, whatever. He goes, but Rupert like has like a slide that goes from like his bedroom like wall like
No
down.
way.
Yeah. He installed some like weird shit into his house, like his mansion.
It's
probably.
so weird just calling someone Rupert.
It is.
It's such a teddy bear name. I'm sorry, Mr. Grint, but your name's weird, and it's God. Like what would be the short version of that? Like Rupee? Rupper?
Roops. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyone who's out there watching this right now, what's the shorthand or like nickname version for Rupert? That'd be cooler. Maybe like Rupture. Fucking like if he's in a gang, we'll call him the Rupture.
The Rupture, or if he was a wrestler.
If he's a wrestler, the Rupture.
Wrestler, the Rupture.
God. But anyway, man, what you been up to since you were down there? You're just hanging out with your family and getting some Culvers.
Yeah. So
What's up, Nick?
I've just been relaxing with my family, who I haven't seen in a while. I did a video today for those of you who might follow Red Bearded Marketing, my business page.
Yeah, name drop. Shout out Red Bearded Marketing.
Name drop. Red Beard. We
Oh, your son's on, Luke. Oh, good old Brad.
Oh, my kid. Hey. Hey, buddy.
Oh, it's the baby. Wasn't this his birthday recently?
I don't know. I can't keep track of my kids' birthdays anymore.
You're terrible.
Horrible.
You in the day and age where you can just write them down in a Palm Pilot, dads like you are the reason why I'm glad I don't have a dad.
I'm glad he never came back from getting cigarettes.
And my juice. And my Dr. Pepper. And
my juice.
And the Power Ranger toys. No.
So, what are you drinking? Anything tonight? We
kind of skipped over that, didn't we? Talking about Culvers.
Did.
Hell yeah, dude! I got myself a nice. It was a month ago. It was his birthday. I was right. Daisy Cutter. Good old. I've been drinking this shit for almost the entire quarantine now. Besides all day IPA, just been loving that shit from Chicago. What about you, dude?
Oh, it looks like Stacy's on. So,
hello, Stacy.
So I'm right below Tampa, like about an hour below Tampa.
Oh, Tampa.
And there's a Wawa literally right outside my dad's neighborhood. So like I was so happy when they started putting all the Wawas around. So like right before the show, we came back from dinner and I was like, all right, I need to get something to drink, as is our tradition.
As is tradition.
So like I asked my dad, I was like, he doesn't drink. And I was like, do they have beer and wine at that Wawa? And he's like, I don't know. So my dad's like, you know what? I saw some guys, grabbing like 12 packs today. I think they do. So I went in, and in the refrigerator, they had.
Oh shit! It's Galena. What's up, Galena?
It's the Snowbird Reserve Vanilla Porter that's done by 2SP, which is funny because 2SP is a local Delco brewery.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Delco.
Delco, and I don't think you can get this stuff up in PA right now.
I don't know about the Snowbird, but 2SP, they're one of the beer. They had the collaboration with Wawa, the coffee beer. Dude, that was nuts. Like, I can't believe how many people wrapped around the friggin'. Oh, what's up, Sean? It's our old guitarist, Sean. Everybody. Nah.
Yo, what's up, bud?
He's a dad. He's loving quarantine. I swear. Anyway,
Mr. Gallagher, John Gallagher's on.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sean, my old guitarist. Old buds of mine. Funny thing, I used to think Sean was old when I was younger, and now I'm the age that he was when I thought he was old. And I will tell you right now, I feel fucking old. I woke up like someone threw a sack of hammers at me at like 1 a.m.
Hey, I mean, at least, like, you probably feel better than John Eric.
Maybe. I have no idea. I don't know Sean and John. I don't know John's woes and pains like that. All I hear is his drunk ramblings at 5 a.m. Honestly, man, that was. Oh God, we keep segmenting into other stuff. But anyway, the Wawa beer was crazy. Whatever. But I actually got the pleasure of hanging out with you guys recently. At your divorce house.
Yeah, that That was a fun time, man. That was a good weekend.
Yeah, did a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, from what I remember, it was a good weekend.
from what I remember, it was a great weekend. Like just, all I remember is the giant feast, and then I know we bought a lot of booze, and everything else between that was just a blur.
Yeah.
Sensual, Sean. It's sexual, and it's sexual. There's an inside joke between me and Sean that's been going on for over a decade now, where I misinterpreted a word he said, and he misinterpreted a word I said, and we just kept saying the same word, the same wrong word at the same time.
Perfect.
Pissing off everyone around us. It was hilarious. So shout out Sean for the good times. But yeah,
Mr. Wallace.
Mr. Wallace.
Yeah, Father Ben, my priest friend, his father is on.
That's right.
Yeah.
Father Ben. I told you I got ordained. I forgot about that.
I like to send Ben, who's an Episcopal priest, not a Catholic, but I still like to send him extremely inappropriate priest memes that sometimes I make. Sometimes I'm a god-awful human being, and I just make that like the worst possible thing you could put on the internet, and I make them. And
I don't know about the worst possible thing on the internet. That's you're competing with 4chan at that point, bud.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know. Hey, Jen, we miss you too. I'm in Florida, Jen. I'm actually not in Pennsylvania right now. So, but it's all good.
Shout out Sean Gamble from Danger Club and Rachel Santapaw, great friends of mine.
Ooh, Danger Club.
Yeah, dude. You fucking know Danger Club, right?
I know Danger Club. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I fucking love their stuff.
Yeah.
Oh god, the latest release they did too. Yeah, they did that thing at Kevin's place too.
Okay.
God.
So right down below what you guys are up to this weekend. I actually might be. I'm trying. My friend Olivia moved down here. She lived up in like Lansdale area, Telford, and we might go swim with the manatees. It's probably looking like it's going to be Monday, but it's been raining every day. So,
it's right. The sea cows, my people.
Yeah. So,
Abuela. No, I'm joking.
So it's weird though, because I grew up down here and like there were always signs, where there would often be manatees. It'd be like, just like when you go to an area where there's alligators or like any sort of animal, it says like, do not molest the alligators. Do not molest the manatees. And it's weird though, because like I'm paying money to go swim with them. So like if you pay money, like when you pay money, I guess all of a sudden you're allowed to molest the animals.
That's good. I'm like, I imagine the guy's like, wait, I paid how much money? I can't fucking touch this thing sexually? Who's the first person to ask that? And also aggressive enough where they need to make a fucking sign.
Right. So I mean, I guess
fucking Florida.
Finally, I guess saying motorboating a manatee is appropriate and a good thing.
Maybe. That's really surprising to me, coming from how much shit you talk on Delco and how ass backwards Delco is. Delco is like a little slice of Florida, man.
Dude, Florida
is a whole other monster. I just can't even.
Dude, Florida always, especially when it's like midsummer, like just wait another month. Like midsummer in July is when like the crazy news reports come out. Like guy ate alligator's face, like while on crystal meth and drinking drinking Bud Light.
Have you ever looked up Florida Man on the day of your birthday? Dude,
No.
Some of two of my favorite articles that came out. Man arrested at 3 or so in the morning for disorderly conduct or like whatever, like disturbing the peace. And man said because squirrel was pissing him off.
A squirrel, which probably wasn't even
was
out.
Like, I imagine that this guy's like, "Hey, you, come and fucking fight me!" Like to this fucking squirrel, like 2 or 3 in the morning.
The funny thing is, there probably wasn't even a squirrel.
Oh yeah, dude, who knows? But my other favorite one is there's a report. Store alarm went off before stores opened. Found out because man fell asleep at wheel of vehicle. Then later, there's like update to the case. Man was drunk at wheel and fell asleep. And then they kept updating the case with more crap. Like, we actually found out the man was getting drunk because he was on speed. So he needed to calm down from his high. Like, I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. How, like, my report just kept getting updated with bullshit. It was like 5 years ago on my birthday.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, it's hilarious. And Rachel, thank you. Oh, always so sweet. Call me a little angel. I am not. I'm like a fat cherub man, baby.
Yeah, no, I never get confused for an angel.
Not with a beard like this, or
No, so I just got in the mail. I didn't do it today or yesterday, but I actually got a beard straightener comb.
Oh, okay. I was waiting to see where you're going with that, because anytime you say I got something in the mail, it's never something orthodox. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. So what Juan is referring to is
The Spanish John.
The Spanish John is I have a habit of possibly not being in a sober mindset and ordering God knows what's going to end up on my doorstep in 2 days.
Dude, you're like Wish's wet dream.
Dude, that's why I haven't downloaded Wish on my phone, because
I can't wait for that day we just do it for you anyway. You're like, guys, I bought Koi a hoodie for dogs, and it makes him look like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Like,
he would love that. He would love that.
I don't know. I think he'd be terrified, man. Remember when we tried putting like the wrist bracelets on the dogs? They hated that.
Oh, he was so scared. So
that all fell.
Speaking of Wish, I'm going to show you guys in a second what popped up in my Facebook feed. So it was very bizarre, because it was like, and you can kind of see in the picture there are like guitars on either side of these pictures, which makes sense because like I look at a lot of guitars like on online and Reverb, you know, like I'm really into that guitar porn.
That gear porn, for sure.
But these pictures, it's very alarming. Let's put it that way.
I'm scared. I need an adult.
Brad is definitely going to need an adult.
Thanks to you, you're no longer his dad.
Yeah, dude. Good luck. You're Brad's dad now, so
I know.
I don't know.
I know I have a big shoes to fill. Well, we're the same shoe size. Never mind. I know I have equally big shoes to fill. But you know what, Brad? I will do for you what Luke has not done for you, and that is be there. Be there and be present for your. When was your fucking birthday again? I forget already. God, I hate kids. Anyway, so.
God, I'm sick of it. I'm
5 seconds in.
It's like I'm like 3 minutes in. I'm sick of this shit. Wants lunch money and an allowance.
Yeah, he's just trying to say he's like he needs condoms. I say you don't need condoms. You're fucking 12. I think I don't know.
So this.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is. Like
well, I love how it's an acronym. It looks like, or it's S.X machine.
Dude, it's S.E.
Oh, sorry for everyone like
X dot.
I can look over here where I have a better screen. Everyone's like, "Why is this fucking face in the camera?" Look at that.
Dude, that's not any better. Yeah, I don't even know what I don't even know what this thing.
So I think it's someone they modified a KitchenAid. That's what it looks like. They modified a KitchenAid and put like what used to be a toothbrush, like toothpaste dispenser, and then turned that into a vibrator.
I'm scared. Like I don't know who's ordering that, but like God help them.
Like what does it say? It says Bish Vec. I don't even know. High frequency. So it's okay, all right.
But as you can see, there's there's an ad for a guitar right next to it.
Yeah,
so
obviously it has to do with sonar because it's high frequency. So like, you know what? I think you can make that into an E violin to put over your guitar strings.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, that would be hilarious. Hold up, you need to write that down.
So then on the other side of that guitar that was next to that was this.
Okay, I'm ready for this. What am I looking at? What is that? Is that like a male deity?
It's like one of those like snap, like with the buttons, like basically on your taint.
So it wasn't enough that we had like rompers. We had to go this route for. Jen, which one do you want? Well, you know what? They actually are similar purchases. You get that easy to snap off to get right up in that microscope vibrator thing.
I think Jen wants both, but I'm not. I am.
I mean, I don't know. If the next stimulus check comes in, Jen, you can get one for every one of our fans. You would be Sunline's #1 fan if you got everyone. Either or. You can actually mix and match if you want to.
We're gonna make Sunblind versions of them.
The snap offs. No, I do not condone this. I had it. With the burkas were one thing. I mean, sorry, not the Merkins, not burkas. Sorry, the fucking Merkins were one thing.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry about that. So
that's what comes. Yeah, so that's what comes up in my my Facebook stream. I don't understand. It was like right next to the guitars.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting how they tried. Like, if you're a guitarist, you gotta fuck. So I'll take that wish. Thank you for assuming that we get it.
Thank you. Yeah.
What's next on the agenda we didn't make today?
Yeah,
We've
exactly.
been gone for 2 weeks. There's so much we get to cover.
I know.
Well, welcome back, Luke. Welcome back, Juan. Third person.
Third person.
Yeah, glad to be back, everybody. In the comments, let us know what you guys have been up to. It's Memorial Day was this past couple weeks. That's where I spent my time with y'all at the divorce house.
Yeah.
Cooking up some grub and everything.
So now that Pennsylvania is reopening dining at restaurants, let us know what's the first restaurant you're going to. We want to know down below.
And why is it not Arby's? Always my question. Anyway.
I did Arby's a couple times on my way down here.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
That brisket sandwich is like.
I don't get it, man. Like I used to hate on Arby's so much growing up, and then I'm like, why? They have the meats, and that's all I need sometimes. Is a little bit of meat in my mouth, in my belly.
Right.
Maybe some cheese.
Maybe
some cheese. That's my cheese.
Just
a little bit of cheese. Actually, I ordered way too much Arby's, not just this past weekend, but also this weekend. I got other tenders, and that shit is dank.
Sounds good.
And
sounds really good.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got Culver's earlier, man.
Yeah. So there's. Say
hello to my mom, everybody.
Hey, mom.
Anyway.
So I stopped at today. Actually, I made that video. It is a fast food burger joint that's down here called Culver's. It's a pretty simple menu. Like they have like chicken tenders, they have chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, they're known for their tenders.
Are they really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people hold their tenders in high regard in the tender game. I used to be a part of that.
All right, I'm gonna have to check out the so I saw on a menu the other day. It was called Chicken Thumbs.
Chicken Thumbs.
Yeah, Chicken Thumbs. Instead of chicken tenders, chicken fingers, it was chicken thumbs.
My mind is blown. I love chicken thumbs.
I know, it was cool.
I haven't even had them. It's gonna pop them off.
Exactly. So, I had the burger and I had the fries. The burger was really good. For a fast food burger, it was pretty good. It was it tasted pretty fresh.
I watched your review. Gotta support the Red Bearded marketing, of course.
Yeah. The dogs and Coy and Shiloh loved it.
Shiloh was about to get that fry right off the bat, and I thought he was going to get up in that burger right off the bat too. Man, your dogs are relentless.
Dude, he tried.
Yeah,
he definitely tried.
Up in that top.
Yeah, it's not working.
You're having some difficulty. Oh my!
I am.
Come on, everybody! Shout! Just pump up Luke with your power of positivity.
This is how I lose my eye.
It can't be that easy.
The way God intended.
with a beer cap, really? Is that Leinenkugel?
No, it's
Oh damn it! I said Apple Orchard. Yeah, but the Apple Orchard. Unfiltered.
Yeah.
Is it raw?
Just the way God intended.
just the way God intended. Raw and unfiltered. Like
hey, Jen.
Get it. My mom, everybody. Oh, I love my mom.
Brought to you by Juan's mom.
Papa Juan's mom. Rated PG-13. Like,
Yeah,
no.
we know, Jen. We know.
What was it? Yeah, it's glad to be able to talk to the peoples and everything. I don't know what else has been going on lately, bud.
Dude, just watching the world fall apart, like everybody
One
else.
fucking day at a time.
Yeah, like I'm just waiting for the news to be like Godzilla is coming out of the sea.
Hey, I'm ready for that shit, dude. I know my Tohei films. I know how to fucking get that guy down. We gotta be on his side. We gotta stand with Godzilla, get Mothra on board, and once we get all that shit, we're gonna be going. We gotta find a giant moth. We gotta go to Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've been going through which I've never watched the last Avatar, the cartoon.
Oh, The Last Airbender, dude.
Or the last Airbender. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. I got the gist of it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite fucking things that Rocko's Modern Life Nickelodeon put out. Like,
ooh, that's not on Netflix or anything though, is it?
Rocko's Modern Life the movie is on Netflix. That came out last year.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, dude, it's
I didn't know
amazing.
that.
It talks about them.
Right.
They're stuck in space and they come down to Earth today. And they're like, "What's all this tweeting and everything about?" And they're like, Rick Rocco's like trying to figure out how to use Facebook and an iPhone. It's so funny, dude. You got to watch it.
I need to watch it. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I was the second it came out, I watched it. I think I saw it 3 times that day.
But yeah, I've been watching The Last Airbender.
It's crazy how it's kind of similar to how things are going on right now. Like, just trying to throw up, throw off the Fire Nation and everything.
I guess I'm not that far into it. But I got what you mean.
Yeah. Oh shit! I was gonna say, how far are you into it?
I think I'm only like a quarter of the way through the second season.
It is good, but it ramps up right at the end of that second season and that third season. I don't know, something about really good shows. Their third season is always strong. Like they know how to hone into their shit.
Okay,
It's one of my favorite shows, and that third season is just. I think a lot of people would argue that maybe like the later seasons are what's up, but I like that third season a lot.
Okay.
A lot of good character development, and a lot of I don't know. They kind of put politics a little bit in the kid show,
Really?
Yeah, just a little inkling of it, because you understand that there's, lack of better words, a national war where there's the different nations and they're kind of being taken over by the Fire Nation, and they're being one by one they're just getting ransacked and everything and being forced to work for the Fire Nation. So it kind of shows like having that unchecked power can be harmful, but then if that's unjust and you have people join together against something, and then also people at the Fire Nation also understand that's bad, then
Right.
And then it's crazy. You think at the end of the show, no, there's more stuff that happens after that.
Okay.
It's cool, man. It's really cool. That's as far as animated series go, it's definitely one of the best.
It reminds me of when I was younger and the like watching cartoons with my dad, watching the X-Men series come out in the 90s.
Dude, dude, the best theme. I get hyped to that shit.
Yeah. Juan's mom. Papa Juan's mom.
Shout out Papa Juan's mom. Also, welcome Samantha and Jason. Love you guys. Little friends of mine while tuning in through the intranets.
Chris LaFever is on.
Ooh, LaFever.
LaFever. He gives me the LaFever, if you know what I mean.
I don't. That's not good if you have a fever right now, Luke. You gotta get tested. He's like, uh-oh. Well, so what? I gotta get tested.
But yeah, like I've been watching that. I've just been working a lot. The new Emery record came out. Was it today? I don't even know when it came out.
Honestly, I don't know. Your fucking brother.
My brother.
Hey, gay boy.
Patrick, I'm only gay for you, Patrick. I'm only gay for you.
That's also incest.
And
I
somehow
don't condone this.
Listen, I'm in the South. I can that's fine down here.
Nope. I don't like that one bit. It's like people would say like daddy. I'm not. I'm not subscribing to that shit.
To each their own, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not mine. Fuck the daddy stuff. Fuck stepbrother porn. Fuck stepsister porn.
Hey, stepbrother.
Oh God, I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
My brother and I are both drinking ciders right now.
Aw, look at that. Brothers of the sleeve.
Brothers of the... No, he's not a brother of the sleeve.
No, Patrick, why did you let them do that?
No, he was in a Catholic orphanage. They snipped that stuff.
What are they doing to my boy? What are they doing to my boy?
Miss you too, Pat.
Oh, I love this.
But no, I got to see my grandma. She was in for the last couple days.
Oh, hell yeah. Shout out Grammy.
Yeah, so it was good to see her. I wanted to take her out to lunch or dinner, but she just got all of her top teeth removed. So yeah.
Trying to take her to Dairy Queen and see if she can...
I probably should have taken her out for ice cream or something like that.
Yeah,
but
I would have been like, damn, at least get her a dilly bar or something. Shit.
But yeah, it was good to see her. But like I said, the new Emery record just came out.
I'm trying to see if it came out today, but every time I look up White Line Fever, I get Conway Twitty and Merrill Haggard for some reason, and not Emery.
I mean, I guess I could probably just text Toby, but he might not.
June 5th, 2020. Came out today.
Okay. I was gonna say Toby might not want me texting him about when the album came out when it came out today.
Yeah, he'd been like, dude, really? Really, dude?
Really? I gave you my phone number so you could ask me stupid questions.
One of my favorite things when he gets really serious in an interview, like, brother, let me tell you. He says something along those lines when he's just before he preambles into something he says. I love it.
Yeah, on Bad Christian this week, he'll be like, "Let me tell you about this guy that I gave my number to this week or the other year," and he's just texting me dumb shit. There was one night where we were really drunk at Riverworks one night, and we had Walls from Emery came on. And Brett Boone was there and a bunch of people from Emo Night, and they started jumping on the furniture outside. So I filmed it.
That's great.
I filmed it at midnight and sent it to Toby. And he was like, "Hey, we're redoing the Walls music video," and he didn't answer.
Yeah, that's fair.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't answer, and I was like,
yeah,
touche.
Toby saw this. This is what he should have responded with.
Yeah,
dude, he's great. I love. Anyone who hasn't heard that song, first of all, check out Walls by Emery. If you like heavy music. That breakdown at the end, the whole album's rad, but that breakdown towards the end of it where it's just just hitting that freaking cymbal right in before the end of it. Oh God. I love it, man. Those downbeats are so fun.
If you enjoy that album, the album to check out by them, I think it's one of my favorites. Well, first of all, they did a live acoustic album. That's the videos we were playing at the beginning today. Great album, especially if you don't like harder stuff. They're such good vocalists. But their one album, In the Shallow Seas We Sail.
That's good, dude. That came out when I graduated, and I heard that year. Yeah, it came out the week before I was supposed to graduate. And June 2nd, 2009, dude. The Smile, the Face, and Edge of the World.
Dude,
So
that whole album, like the Dear Death Part 1, Dear Death Part 2.
Oh, I forgot. My personal favorite is Butcher's Mouth. That's a good one. That's the fifth track.
Yeah, I don't remember how that one goes.
I forget.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's good. It's some good stuff.
You gave away. Yeah.
You can snap your fingers to it if you want. Let's keep doing this and break my neck. Anyway, that hurt. Getting too old for this.
My nephew Mateo's at that really dangerous age now where he's starting to say words and he's learning stuff. So my brother's screwed as far as language from him now.
Yeah, gotta teach him young. Gotta teach him the principles of fucking shit early. That's my motif. That'll be on my headstone. You gotta teach him early. Fucking shit.
So, comment down below, guys. What music are you listening to right now? At what phase? What phase of quarantine are they calling it right now?
I don't know.
Like,
the Maroon 5. I have no fucking clue.
Maroon. I think it's we're at Maroon 5 color.
I heard yellow. I heard orange. I heard mute orange the other day, which whatever the hell that means. I just wish they would just get like the Home Depot color scanner and just like, scan the world real quick. Okay, we're about to like orange to yellow. This like weird tangerine burst color. But
just like whatever the next phase is. It's just going to be whatever the color of the shirt that MILF leaves on the floor of my bedroom is.
What?
What?
I heard everything. I heard MILF. I'm like, all right.
What?
Well then, they learn it anyways. Let them saw fuck. Let them saw fuck? That sounds terrible.
I think Jen is in on I'm going to say she's at 3 glasses of wine right now.
We need to have a poll. Thank you, Jen. I was right. It was yellow. We're at Coldplay levels right now. It's all yellow.
It was all yellow too.
Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, what the hell was it? We should make a poll. How many bottles of wine Jen is on during these shows?
Yeah, I think Jen's had at least 1 bottle.
If she hasn't, one, I'm either proud because you're going in a certain direction, or I am ashamed because you could be doing so much more wine, Jen. Like I'm on my, I don't know, whatever glass of this, and it's a good Friday so far.
I think Jen said yellow because she's drinking Yellowtail.
Oh. Context clues, Luke. This is why we call you the Sherlock Holmes of Sunblind. Just because I'm always putting my eye like this. Dude, now you should totally, have you watched Umbrella Academy yet?
Yeah, I watched it, but I mean, when it came out.
Okay, so I was gonna say, I think the next season's coming out in the next month or so. But you should totally dress up as the dad and get your mustache all crazy and shit, or dress up like the ape butler. Oh my god, what was his name?
I think it's been too long. I think it's been too long since I've watched it because I don't remember any of that.
It's not Bobo. What the hell is it? Anyone remember? What's the monkey's name in Umbrella Academy?
I don't even remember a monkey. That's how long ago it was.
Are you kidding me? You don't remember the talking monkey?
This year, I feel like every week is 3 years.
That's a little.
I feel like this year has
insane. Like I just forget what time it is usually.
I feel like this year is 55 years so far.
It's close. It's Pogo. Damn it, it's Pogo.
That sounds a little bit more familiar.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Time's relative beyond that, but it's just a figment of our bullshittery. Right now, it could be Tuesday. Oh, what's up, Laura? But it's fucking Friday, dude. It's the weekend. What's
going on, Laura?
What you got going on this weekend, Luke?
So I was gonna go swim with the manatees, but apparently, you have to plan ahead of time for shit like that.
Got to make sure they're well prepared to not be molested. Apparently,
right. So I think I'm just gonna go swimming with Brian. I don't know instead. So
Brian.
I don't know. Yeah, I think there's some guy on the beach named Brian. I'm gonna guess.
Okay. All right, cool. Your cousin Brian, your neighbor Brian. Whatever. I'm gonna find a guy named Brian to swim with him.
No, I'm just gonna guess. I'm just gonna guess there's a guy on the beach named Brian that will be swimming in the water while I'm there. So
we can only hope.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go fishing.
Yeah, just fuck all that. I'm going fishing.
I mean, dude, I'm in Florida. There's fishing off of every single bridge and pier around here. This is kind of the only time I really go fishing is when I'm down here. And
we gotta go ice fishing sometime if all this pans out.
Yeah, I sat down with somebody that retired from the CDC today for dinner, so we'll talk later.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to really talk medical stuff on a podcast.
Oh, I thought about the ice fishing for a second. Sorry.
No, you said after all this,
Yeah, no, it's I have some friends who are experts. Things are weird. Things are very weird. Oh god. Yeah. I swallowed it. Swallowed it all. Help me, God.
Jen, help him.
Is Jen God?
Not even close.
Oh God, please help me. No, no, I'm joking. I'm gonna just sip this real quick. Give me a second, folks.
So we are picking up the
Uh-huh.
masks.
Ooh.
I want to just let everybody
Alright.
know.
Thank you.
Everybody who ordered
It's
the
perfect.
sunblind masks, they will be coming in. I'm hoping maybe Vincent can pick them up since I'm not in town.
Mhm.
You don't have
lovely
your
model.
you don't have your car yet, do you?
I mean, it's outside, but it's not doing anything.
Yeah. All right. I'll see if Vincent can pick them up from Reading.
Yeah,
But,
thank you, everyone who in Reading.
Yeah, that's where Jersey Inc. is at.
I might be able to pick it up. We'll see tomorrow.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see.
Okay.
I'll let you know. We'll talk about it later after this. We'll run out. It's just bread and butter, boys. No, it's not logistics time. But thank you, everyone who pre-ordered the masks. Much appreciated. I know we had a lot of pre-orders. I was very surprised, but thank you so much.
Yeah.
Supporting it. I know I got some from my housemates, just because I don't see they haven't noticed they've had masks. So I don't know if they just haven't gotten one or they couldn't get one because they're hard as shit to find. So why not promote the bands, help out everybody as we can. These face masks are dope. I'm excited to get one. I mean, I already have this crazy ass one that looks me like I'm in Miami Vice. The seamless bandana thing I was wearing.
Sick.
But yeah, I'm excited. It's we got a lot of good stuff coming up. I'm learning how to record, so eventually we're gonna have some interesting. Me and Eric are gonna collaborate and make some interesting stuff. Hopefully coming up too. What else we got going on?
We are working on a music video for the first song on our album called "Letting Go."
True. Shout out to what was that content creator? The gentleman who put that together.
I don't remember his name.
Well, no name. Thank you so much.
To the unknown.
To the unknown, Mr. Fiverr.
Yeah. So when I get back, we're going to be recording our part of playing.
Aw, thank you, Adam.
For the music video. But we're going to have a music video out for that soon, and then we're also going to start practicing, and we're going to do a live full band set at Chaplin's.
Woo,
Yeah,
I'm excited. Got a coffee.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we'll have like a full band set. I don't want to talk about the set list too much, but we will have a very popular cover that we have been doing live. We're looking to do a video recording of it because the 15-second clip that actually Jen took when we played at Steel City.
Yes, and thank you, Jen. Oh, Jen also offered to pick him up. Jen, you're so sweet.
Jen,
we rag on Jen a lot, but we love Jen. She's a fucking sweetheart.
She is a sweetheart.
Yeah,
she is a sweetheart. Yeah, we have almost 6,500 views on that one 15-second clip of a cover we did. So I think
only 5 people didn't like it, and I think those are good numbers. I like that we got a good demographic of likes and not likes. It was a pretty cool. I'm excited to do that cover. I'm excited that we're doing Emery, another thing we're working on. That's why we wanted to show you guys some clips. What songs we're going to do from them, we don't know yet, but we're working on it. I got my guitar back. I bought my MIDI keyboard. I bought my microphone. So in the next month, I'm going to be hopefully recording and doing some crazy stuff here at I don't know what to call this studio yet, but look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that, that. Look at that, look at that, look at that, that. That's a synth, right? No, that's a synth.
It's got it's got little pads and everything.
Is that an Akai or is that a Mobria?
It's an M Audio, the AXIOM.
Okay. So I got the Akai, the MK2, and it has a pad and everything, but it also comes with its own plugins and its own DAW. So all you need, dude, it's crazy. So I'm not going to use it because I'm already getting used to Cakewalk. It's a shout out to Cakewalk. They're fucking really cool to use a plugin. I already recorded something using just my keyboard, and it's awesome. But yeah, I got that so I can make some beats, have things more in time and quantized. But it's really neat because you can actually just plug it into a USB and that's it. So I can take my laptop and take my keyboard and I can record at work. Right. So I'm going to do that. I got my Samson microphone coming in the mail. I got my headphones because I'm not going to get monitors yet because I don't have room for monitors. So I'm just going to use these headphones that I got. They're like $30. I have my friend who used to be an audiologist actually review them, and he goes, "Yeah, you're gonna be able to actually pick up the actual bass." And I go, "What do you mean the actual bass?" He goes, "So there's bass boosters, but then there's one that just shows bass clarity. This one just shows a clean bass without any meddling. So like I'll be able to hear the bass and everything in the room with it. So I'm pretty stoked on that."
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we actually might start working. Eric and I have been talking about doing some more like electronic versions of some of the songs from our album. So we're looking to put out a couple things. Now that the lockdown is kind of lifting, we might be playing. We need to hit up Billy's. Yeah, we need to hit up Billy Z. They're going to be doing live music at the Underground in Lansdale.
Ooh, at Round Guys.
At Round Guys on Sundays.
I need a whole picture just of myself, just some of that good beer, dude. We're gonna have I can't remember his name now. Ryan, right? I forget.
Ryan, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have him eventually on the show. We'll see. Schedules for if they line up and everything again. But we needed some time off in the past 2 weeks. We had some vacationing going on. Even though we're at home, we still need to have some time away from all this shit. So
I've actually been. I feel very fortunate, but I've been insanely busy with work. Which is a good thing. So, yeah.
I try to do the same with the recording. I'll be doing the voice acting stuff soon too, so that's gonna be fun. That
Awesome.
mic's gonna be really good for like just audio in general. I can't wait to use it for the show actually.
Nice.
To see how it works out.
So I actually, funny story. I'm staying at my dad's, and the room I have here, there's a closet right there.
Oh,
and it's one of those like accordion ones, like you pull it and it like folds. So because you guys got hit with that crazy storm, was it yesterday or the day before?
Excuse me.
No problem.
Dry throat. Oh man.
One of my clients, they do roofing and like siding, so they're getting a ton of calls right now. So I took one of the videos that I shot for them, and I did a little voiceover about like, if you got hit by the storm, give us a call. We, like whatever. But like, I went into that closet to record the voiceover because Coy like was like making all this noise and like shaking his collar, and I'm like, all right, like I can hear his claws on like like my room is carpeted, but everything else in the house is all like tile, like big, like Florida style tile. So like I go in the closet to get some quiet, and as soon as I start recording, all of a sudden I hear like boom, like boom. He's like ramming his head into the door, like, and opening the door. I was like, you little bastard. I can't hear you, Juan.
I muted myself because I was coughing.
There you go. Okay.
I was going to say, what a bastard. I'm glad, because I was laughing pretty loud. No one wanted to hear that. It's great for audio. But
I know.
So, no, Coy, he's a little bastard. I don't even think he's a dog. I think he came from another planet just to piss us off.
Yeah, I mean, he's... Yeah, like I'm literally like trying to record. I'm like, what the hell is that noise? And it's like him just ramming his... And somehow he's like the dumbest dog ever. Like, I love him, but he is like... I don't even know if he knows his name half the time.
No, he just shout at him really loud and he just reacts.
Somehow he figured out how to open that closet door. Like,
I think he just wanted to know where the food at, and that's a very viable thing.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking to a man who just came back from the Cheesecake Factory. So,
oh God, I hate you. Not because I like the Cheesecake Factory, because I fucking hate the Cheesecake Factory.
Really,
dude? I loathe the Cheesecake Factory.
Why?
I told you this before, my dude, is because of one of my exes ruined it for me. I will always have that stamped. Right. We kept going to the fucking Cheesecake Factory every goddamn week. And I'm like, my mom can't, I'm young, so I didn't have a job at the time. I was working at Gennardi's and I kind of had money, but I'm like, my mom can't just give me an allowance to feed your fat ass. Sorry, our fat asses, really. I mean, I was being very dramatic. The ones I just snapped, and I'm like, we're not going to the goddamn Cheesecake Factory. We're going to Wendy's. You're gonna fucking like it, and that's all I remember. I'm pretty sure she knocked me out.
So it's confession time with Luke.
Uh-oh. Is this a new
so-
segment? I don't know about this.
So I was seeing a girl a little while back,
Mm.
and
Is she a looker?
yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh.
she's a professional dancer, and
Like ballet? Erotic dancing.
Yeah.
Ah.
and very much a looker, and
Cool.
and she was like like I think this is why we had this conversation. She was going to the Cheesecake Factory like almost every day for like weeks, and like I went with her a couple times, and I was just like, I can't. I was just like I like going out and spending, like having good food, but I was like this is too much money and too many calories for me, like to
Dude,
go out
like,
this often.
The portions don't make sense. Like, you get a big ass slice of cheesecake, but then your salad is like mostly like croutons and romaine. It's a big salad still, but like, I don't know, man. The proportions at Cheesecake Factory piss me off. The service pisses me off because they give like each waiter like 20 tables and some shit. Oh god, I just can't do the Cheesecake Factory, man. Little Caesar's hot take of the day. I can't do the Cheesecake Factory.
I love their food.
I hate you. You're supporting something I hate.
I'm sorry. I had the chicken and shrimp gumbo. It was really good.
Oh God, why? You're like so close to Louisiana. Why don't you just go there?
I'm not that close to Louisiana.
You're closer than me.
You're closer to Wisconsin than me.
I'm not gonna go for fucking cheese. That's all I know. They have cheese. They have cheese and a lot of people that have glandular problems. I'm from Wisconsin. I'm the Dairy King around here. I'm just gonna shove the whole thing of Gouda down my goddamn. Anyway, so I watched Tommy Boy earlier. I'm inspired.
Okay, all right. That makes sense. That makes sense. So
doesn't make it for you.
I have a little funny story. I'm not going to say what her name is because it's somebody we all know.
It's a female.
I don't know if she wants me to share the story.
That narrows it down to 3,000 people. All right, got it.
with her name, she doesn't want. I don't know if she wants her name. So one of my friends on Snapchat posted this morning that I think she's at her friend's house, staying at her friend's house, or her friend's at her house. I don't know where it was.
Okay.
But she said that her friend texted her and said, "Hey, like, I got you. There's a couple gummies in the fridge that I got you. Like, enjoy." So she like wakes up, sees the text message, goes in the fridge, eats the like 5 or 6 gummies that are in the fridge.
I don't like where this is going.
And she's like, "Oh my God, thank you for leaving me some gummies. Like they were all so good." And she goes, "Wait, you ate them all?" And she's like, "Yeah, why?" She's like, "Those were edibles."
I'm glad it went the edible route because I thought it was like the sugar-free gummies, where if you eat even a handful of those, you have diarrhea.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I was like, "Oh God, please don't be a poop story. Please don't be a poop story."
No.
Oh, thank God.
No, so she was like, it was literally like 9:30 in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just like, "I need to go grocery shopping. I need to get my chores done. Like, and I need to do it now before these things hit."
It's a race for the clock at that point. You're like Jason Statham, like, "All right, I'm going to be high in exactly 35 minutes. I have this much time to get to."
She Ubered to the grocery store, so like she was literally
At least she was smart.
She took a Snapchat and she was just like, she's like, 50 minutes left. I better do my grocery shopping real fast.
50 minutes? I don't know, man. Like, actually, that's valid. I mean, I'm not gonna say I've had experience with it, but I know people that they've had it and they wait and they're like, "Wow, this is weird," and then hours later, because you're so fucking fat and you metabolize it differently, you're just like, "Oh God, I have made a mistake. I've I've had so much leading up to this point where you're just in space at that, and space is great. Everybody, space is fantastic. This weekend they're actually going to be coming back and landing, I think, for SpaceX.
Oh, I just saw like the announcement, and I have one of my clients was actually on the other side of Florida watching it.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
I didn't read on what's going on. So did they launch? Juan, fill us in on this news report.
I mean, I don't have much because I still am doing a little bit more research on it. But last week, Tesla and NASA they launched a satellite, I believe, to connect into a carrier mission. I believe is what the mission was, and it's like they're trying to make it the shortest trip ever to recorded in space. So I think they were just a week up there, and they're coming back tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe. If I'm incorrect or that's wrong information, I'm sorry. I didn't do too much research on this, but I'm just excited because apparently it's a momentous occasion, and it's good to have something positive in humanity, especially during these times. You know.
Right. Did we talk the last podcast about the Joe Rogan podcast with him on it?
Yep,
Okay.
we did with I believe we did that with Florida Wayne or one of their guests.
right.
We definitely did talk about it.
It was Florida Wayne. You're right, because that was right before my birthday. It was a Joe Rogan May 4th podcast. So you're correct.
Cool. I'm glad
But,
I
dude,
still went there.
Yeah. But no, dude, he's Elon Musk. Ridiculous.
He is just on a whole other plane of just I don't know. He's a crazy man. He's a mad scientist, but I'm hoping some good comes out of it. We'll see. We're definitely in a really strange time. Every time I talk to you, man, it just seems that shit's just getting weirder and weirder. I saw a post recently where it's like, all right, I remember when we had the plague, and then I remember they were talking about murder hornets. When did we skip over the murder hornets?
So funny you bring that. It's funny you bring that up. I was just talking to my best friend Justin, he was in China for the last year and a half teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Came back here in January, but he is a UCLA graduate. He just got his doctorate, so he was in California for the last like 3-4 years before that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 4 years before that. But before that, he was teaching in Japan. He taught in Japan for I think like 3 years on, then came back for a little bit, and then taught like for another like year and a half or 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But he was telling me a story. I'm going to have him on for a Red Bearded Marketing podcast.
Okay.
He was telling me a story about how him and his roommate, when he was in Japan, they like just did this like road trip where they were like driving to like all these like shrines and everything in Japan. And he said they took these videos of these weird like hornets that were the size of hummingbirds. And they didn't know what they were. And he said they were like really close to them and everything. And then when he showed pictures to somebody like that they worked with like a week later, and they're like, you were that close to them? Like, they're like, those are like, they don't call them murder hornets there, but like, they were just like, those things will hurt. Like they were telling them like, I'm surprised you were that close, and they had no clue.
Damn, yeah. If you have no idea, you're assuming like, okay, just be calm and just don't fuck with it. That's
Right.
pretty much the basic rule of nature is be calm. Number 2, don't fuck with it.
Yeah, just don't try to put your dick in it. You know, like
I don't know why you just go there immediately. I'm thinking just like, okay, if I don't want to run. I don't want to be too loud. I mean, if I need to be loud, I'll be loud. I'll look big. But like, I'll try to sound like a big thing, even though I'm 5'6". There's no way a bear is going to be scared of me. I'm screwed if I'm out in like Yellowstone or some shit.
so. I may or may not have kept passing a rumor last summer. So I live with John
I
Irick.
fought a bear. No.
That I fought a bear. No. So
Aw.
I live with John Irick, and he tends to drink a little bit.
Dude, that's a
And-
whole new series right there, by the way.
I live with John Irick. He tends to drink a little bit.
Yes.
But no, like we get these like
Shout out, John.
you good at putting your dick. Yes, I do, Jen. You should know.
So I live with John, I reckon. He tends to drink.
And he tends to drink. So no, we get wasps and hornets like making nests in our like the overhang of our porch.
Ugh,
And
bastards.
and last summer, John's like petrified of them. last summer somehow he gets like stung, like literally like at the bottom of his stomach, like
Oh,
like right before you get into like crotch area, like right,
the
like
meniscus. Ugh.
literally like this far. So like he's like, oh yeah, I got
Vader.
stung. It went after me, and I'm like, how the hell did it sting you right there, dude? And he had this like story, and I was just like, I think you tried to put your dick in the hornet's nest.
I wonder how that'd feel. He's just like up there looking at it.
So I literally just told everybody like John put his dick in a hornet's nest. That's why he has stink marks all over his stomach.
Oh God, that'd be
And-
crazy.
And nobody argued me over it. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, everybody was like, yeah, that makes sense." Like he spends a lot of time on the porch.
I wonder if I can put my dick in there. Oh my God, that's fantastic. Fucking John. Hashtag John. What the hell is that? Looks like a. Oh God. Put those things away. They're monsters.
They are monsters.
They're horny little monsters.
They are horny little monsters.
Ugh.
They're enjoying Florida though.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Leave them there. Look at his face there. I might.
My grandma really loved koi.
Let's have a poll, everybody. I'm joking.
Yeah,
He'll be coming back.
but
He has to piss off the other animals. You know, he needs to assert his dominance.
Sean might start humping alligators while he's down here.
He's just trying to get the dangerous game, dude.
Yeah,
But,
one sexual thrill after another, I guess.
yes. We're winding down here, man. Is there anything else you wanted to shout out, or anything? I don't know. What else is going on, or anything else you want to talk about?
No, this was the most prepared podcast we've had so far.
Yeah, right. It's interesting how an hour can fly by when you're that prepared.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just know exactly what the time is at all times.
but
I don't know. Like, I noticed you have your human shirt, man.
yeah, man. So, Equal Human, they're based out of Phoenixville.
Equal human. My bad. Yeah, you're right. A local business.
Hopefully, she can open up her store soon. She had just opened up an actual physical location to sell merch out of in like, I feel like it was the end of February. I feel so bad.
It was very recent. I remember that much.
Yeah. So, but she has an online Etsy store on her that I've got to connect to her website. But check them out. They have some. They use like this, literally the same. It's like the same T-shirt that we have our merch quality on, which I picked it because it's high quality, it's comfortable, it feels good, like it's not cheap shit.
Dude, yeah, I felt up that shirt before. It's a good shirt. I like it.
Yeah, so they're LGBT community. They're supporting equal human rights. It's
Very
just a really good vibe. They're all about good vibes and supporting humans, man, and being, spreading love and pushing towards, good in this world with all the crazy shit that goes on, man. So since we're on this podcast, you and I can kind of talk. I just want to really say I'm super proud of my friends that have been out there peacefully protesting what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to all those people.
Like I myself, I don't post a lot of, even though it's I don't feel like it's a political thing. It is a political thing. It shouldn't be a political thing because it's a human thing. But everything's fucking political now. Even a virus is political. But I come from a multicultural family. 3 of my siblings are adopted. 2 are from Ecuador. My youngest sister is biracial. I grew up in a very multicultural family. So what's going on right now, I fucking cried when I saw what happened. And it worries me because, like, I have a nephew who is, like, he's definitely fucking darker than me, which doesn't take much.
Mhm.
But like it makes me wonder, like, you know, like if he goes out when he's older and, you know, he's on the spectrum and he doesn't understand certain things. I don't know how he will be as he's older, but like that's a fear. That's a fear that like enters my mind, is like you know, like, is something going to happen to him? I hope things change. I
Yeah,
hope I hope that some of these protests really like wake up people that aren't awake about it. You know, like I grew up, you know, like I definitely experienced some like weird racist. Florida wasn't the coast of Florida is very much a melting pot.
Mhm.
It's not like the South, but like we traveled a lot when I was a kid, so I definitely got to see some like really weird interactions when I was a kid of people reacting to this family with 2 white parents and 2 white kids and 3 kids that were not
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
didn't even, you know, like
Like, this doesn't
2 of them.
match up. What's going on here? Like, that's weird, man. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
How how old were you when you noticed that?
So my sister Jade she was the first one that was adopted. She was right under 2, and
Mhm.
she's 10 years younger than me. So I was like almost 12. I was 11 and a half. And then Patrick and Angelina were our brother and sister. We adopted them like a year and a half later. So I was like 13. But I think I noticed it more. I noticed it more when we adopted Jade because her mom was Jamaican and her dad, scary enough, looked a lot like my dad, like very like
Really?
Anglo, like if you put pictures of them side by side, you'd be like, oh, they're twin brothers or brothers. Like it's scary,
Yeah.
like scary. I saw a picture and I was like, what the fuck? Like, um, but it was really odd because like my mom worked for Continental, so we flew around the United States. Like I've been to a lot of different states, South, North, West, California, like East Coast. I live on the East Coast, like northern
Mhm.
East Coast, but like it was very weird. Like that's when I really noticed it was like people looking at it, people saying things because it was early 90s. You know, like there was definitely some weird stuff that happened. Like, but yeah, like it very much hits close to home with me because you know I love my brother, but he's very confrontational when it comes to cops
Mhm.
in a way that like
Maybe
if you go
misconstrued.
if you go looking for trouble, you'll find trouble.
Mhm.
So like it's a balance of, you know, you do have, you know, like cops are people, you know, like you have people, you know, you have cops that are very much supporting this movement of change and embracing culture and trying to fix the injustice, but then you do have some that don't. So, you know, like that's one of my concerns is like having family that's multiculturally mixed. You know, it scares me.
Yeah, I understand that sentiment to a certain degree. I mean, I personally haven't really experienced much personal prejudice in my life. Spurts of it, and the spurts were significant enough to actually remember each one. You know,
Mhm.
like you think that if enough of it happened, and you're growing over it, you forget about it. But it's just crazy to think that things that I've dealt with as a kid still come up today as I was an adult. And we're supposed to be doing, you know, as humanity progress. I mean, we got to the point where we have a computer in our fucking hands. We haven't gotten to the point where, you know, someone has a, you know, there's no such thing as like someone giving a leg up. You know, everyone has equal opportunity. Everyone can, you know, step out of their door without worry. That doesn't exist for a majority. Even though it's a minority, it's a big majority of a minority.
Right.
And then when that's being screamed out and touted out so often, like I understand, you know, a lot of people put out numbers and put out statistics, and they may or not be valid. But the biggest thing is that we still see these injustices happening and the systemic the problems that occur. Yet, you know, for a very long time we let it pass, but now I think more than ever, you know, it's great to see that you know, it's no longer an afterthought. We're continuing to press on because we're tired of it.
Yeah.
We're done being a nation that was given a whole palette of colors to choose from to paint this whole map that is America, and then being told that certain colors aren't allowed on the map. And they're trying to mute the colors still, even though we're trying to expand that canvas, so to speak. And it just, I understand you're worried, but at the same time, I don't want to all this. There's a lot of positivity going on. Like you were saying earlier, peaceful protesting. I'm glad that we're seeing a lot of glimpses of that, but still understanding that there are still issues out there, and we need to be very supportive. And later we're going to be releasing a video and a statement about certain organizations that we want to tout out, certain charities that are definitely helping this movement of equality, not just for some but for all. Because although although I understand that all lives, I understand humanity. We're all humans. All lives matter. But right now, we got to focus on the people of color. Our people of color, and we got to focus on those ones that still have these issues pushed onto them and that worry they have. So support how you can. I donate as much as I can, even though my hours are reduced. Even though I'm trying to, survive through all of this craziness. We're trying to survive a virus on top of all this. It's so hard to believe that was just. COVID's now an afterthought, but I try to donate and I try to just tout out that positivity, and we keep pushing on.
Yeah. I mean, like when you hear the phrase "all lives matter," it's like fuck yeah, they do, but that's not what we're concentrating on right now. We're concentrating on the ones that are being oppressed.
Yeah, and if you
plain and simple.
Yeah, and if you can't understand that, or if you're putting again, I understand that all the things that are the repercussions of some of the more aggressive protesting, I understand they're bad, but the fact that you bring them up and counterpoint to what they're trying to project is wrong. That's you're the fact that you are trying to put the worth of something like a building or a statue or electronics over that of any life for that matter, not just the ones that are oppressed, for any fucking life, no matter what it is. You think it's fine that we have people when they win World Series that they can burn down a whole city, and we're fine with putting the tax dollars to that. But the second we're trying to tout out something, that's again muting those colors that we're trying to present. That I'm sorry, that's not happening.
And then again, there's a lot of very conflicting things about. There's a lot of stuff going on talking about. I mean, right now there's a lot of peaceful protests going on. There's a difference between
my hometown, Lansdale, man. Fucking dude, Lansdale.
Fucking shout out to I literally cried when I saw that.
Seeing those streets I used to walk on, seeing those streets I used to the streets we played, and just seeing them and I think our friend, it was Tina, right? She posted that. Nice shout out Tina for catching catching that moment. I wasn't able to be there. A lot of the things I'm not able to there right now because of my current situation, but still that support. It's just it's great to see that. I mean, you need to share that warmth. We got to keep this fire going,
I kind of want to say also coming from the side where you're really pushing for justice right now, just remember really trying to hammer into people's heads. Some people don't accept change very easily. So being violent about it with certain people isn't going to work. Be very careful how you're pushing this message. Try to push it with love. Try to be empathetic, even though maybe the other side isn't empathetic and pushing with love. I don't think violence is something that's going to help it. Today I was talking with a friend of mine that I grew up with who is a cop down here in Florida. And we posted something and he said something about it, about how he had some footage from the other side of being a cop. And I said, hey, listen, man, I am not anti-police. I have a lot of friends that are police. I have family members. I'm seeking justice where there wasn't justice with these police. And there are certain police out there that aren't seeking justice. And I told him, I actually talked to him about Lansdale, about how there are a lot of police officers in the outskirts of Philly, in the towns we're from, where they're standing side by side with these peaceful protesters pushing for a change. And he said, man, thank you. I didn't think you were attacking me. He said, it's just really tough. He's like, we have black officers here, and they're getting more shit than we are. And he said he's like, and the sad thing is, he said like he's in the South, even though Florida's like certain parts of Florida doesn't feel like the South.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, he said he's very much about like justice, like seeking justice, and those police officers getting justice for what they did. But right now, with everything that's going on, he said like people are like trying to start fights with him because he's a police officer, and it's sad because like he's standing with us,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So just like, you know,
that's always that narrative we need to push on, because it's always an afterthought. But being mindful, is understood. But you know, like just stick to what you can, stick to what you know. Just be safe out there overall. That's like whatever you do, just be safe. I love all you. I love all my friends. I've you know, even the ones I disagree with, I'm glad we can have conversations. Like I'm glad that, you know, we as a people were understanding that this is a very like the paradigm shift we thought was going to be this virus, and it maybe it was, but this I think is just pushing this forward in a big time for us. And there's one last thing I want to shout out. I was trying to round this out, you know, not trying to have everyone out too late. I understand everyone wants to hang out with their families and maybe get a little, you know, celebrate a little bit while we have this moment. I mean, saying that, it's like I was telling you earlier, it's like setting off one of those like party favors at a funeral. It's like very hard to celebrate at a time like this, but let's, you know, we can try at least. But I want to shout out to this documentary made by Dan Avery. He actually was one of the documenters for Fahrenheit 9/11, if you're familiar with that. Mm-hmm. 3 years ago, he released his documentary. You can find it online. I think most of it's for free. If not, definitely run it. I recommend you check out the documentary called Black and Blue. It talks about a lot of the oppression that's happened since the early 2000s, and even before that, to you know, a multitude of different people. It takes perspective from the cops' point of view as well. The perspective of people who just protest. It's really interesting how he got this collective footage from, it dates back to all the way back to 2012. And then Eric Garner and all that stuff, he covers a lot of that as well. And the beginning of this movement. But it was interesting to note when you're talking about the Philly cops and everything, there actually is a Philly cop who's heavily featured in this. Really great points that cop brings up. So I recommend everyone please, you know, watch Black and Blue, however you stream it. Amazon Prime, I believe, has it. It's like a couple bucks. If you have, you know, a couple hours of your time, I'd recommend you check that out. Also, Dan's a great guy, so supporting Dan is always fantastic. He's a great person to talk to. Hopefully we can get him on the show sometime. He's a really interesting guy.
Hit him up, dude. I'd love to have him.
Yeah, my friend Mark's introduced me to him, so we'll talk eventually.
Listen, guys, treat everybody with love.
Love.
Let's love. I mean, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in, supporting us. We got a lot of things coming out with Sunblind in the next couple months. Once I get back from Florida, we're gonna start working on some stuff. But listen, it's a crazy time right now. So make sure you let the people that you love know that you love them. And just be there for your friends and family. Be very safe out there, especially if you're out protesting. Make sure you document stuff because there's some crazy shit going on right now. Just document if you see something that's weird and out of place. Document it because like all those pictures of the pallets of bricks and stuff that are being dropped off before protests, like I don't feel like shit like that is part of the people that are really trying to peacefully protest. There's some weird shit going on right now. So if you see it, report it, document it.
Well, quick tip:
you know.
Try to document it on something that isn't a smartphone. Leave your smartphone at home because the GPS tracking will always be on. So try to get a beater phone that can record, or just get one of those old cameras, you know, whatever you got. Try to record it that way. You know, just a little pro tip for anyone who's, you know, trying to spread the news. You know, just keep that in mind.
Yeah, be safe out there, guys. We love you.
We love you.
Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see all the stuff we put out. Mm-hmm. And share this with your friends. We love you guys. Have a great weekend.
Yep. Take care, Luke. It's good to talk to you, man, as always.
All right, buddy.
'Cause, I'm out of beer and you're out of beer, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Not really, but yeah.
Well, for now, it's all good. Have a
All
good
right,
one,
buddy.
man.
Guys, have a good night. Enjoy your weekend.
Take care.